Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about class 9 biology chapter 1, the fundamental unit of life, cell. Cell is called building blocks of life and the fundamental. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. He discovered the dead cells in under the cork bark of the tree. He discovered that cell structure is just like the honeycomb, means the beehive like structure and the honeycomb. Cell are just like rooms, and in the Latin meaning the cell is called the rooms, small rooms. So cell are just like small rooms that made our organ system, that made constitutes our body. So cell is a fundamental unit of life in terms of biology, not in terms of chemistry. So cells are very important to study about. This is the base of the biology. So first of all, when we learn about microbiology, Anton van Leeuwenhoek later discovered the living cell under the aquatic plants, means the aquatic living things. He discovered the living cells, and our Sir Robert Hooke, who discovered dead cell in 1665 by a cork or a bark of the tree. So cell, as we know, is the fundamental unit of life. It is further divided into three parts. First is cell membrane or cell envelope. In cell envelope there is cell membrane, cell wall, and if any part has outermost covering, then it will be. So this constitute the cell envelope. Second thing is cytoplasm, which constitute the cell organelles and many other structures that are present in the cell. And third is nucleus. These three types are very important for any cells. Cells in cell organelles, they are further divided into single membranes and double membranes. For example, there are single membranes like vacuoles, lysosomes. These are single membranes, but in double membranes like nucleus, mitochondria, these are double membranes. So when we study about cell, there are two types of organism. First is unicellular organism and second is multicellular organism. In unicellular organism, the body is constituted or made up of only one type of cell, only one cell. For example, amoeba, paramecium, and many other bacteria. So these constitute only one type of cell. Second is multicellular organisms. Different types of cells that perform different functions, specific functions, constitute the body, means more than one cells which works in a body are called multicellular organism. In multicellular organism, be human being, plants, animal, and many other are multicellular organism. So first, cell is divided into two parts. First is plant cell and second is animal cell. Based on nucleus, well defined nucleus, cells is also divided into two parts: eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell means primary cell which has not a well defined nucleus and that don't have any specific cell organelles are called prokaryotic cell. Second is eukaryotic cell, means the well defined nucleus and present all cell organelles are called eukaryotic cell, and in human we found eukaryotic cell, and in bacteria there is found prokaryotic cell. In prokaryotic cell there is a flagella, and they found nucleolus, means that nucleoid that is not a well defined, it has not a membrane in nucleoid. But in eukaryotic cell, nucleus is well defined. It consists of nuclear membrane, means nuclear envelope, and nucleolus, it is present in eukaryotic cells. So that means there is a major difference between eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cell. Now we come to the point animal cell and plant cell. Animal cell are found in many animals and mammals just like human beings, but the plant cell consists only plants, many types of plants. In plant cell the major difference is the outermost covering are the in the plant cell there is found cell wall which is made up of cellulose, but in animal cell there is not outermost covering, that is cell wall. It is present cell membrane or plasma membrane that is present in animal cells. In animal cell the plasma membrane is outermost covering, but in plant cell the cell wall is the outermost covering. That is the major difference. Plastids and chloroplast are only present in plant cell, but in animal cell there is no present. Vacuoles are only present, means vacuoles are bigger in plants and less in animals. So that is, these 3 points are major difference in animal, and most of the cells are dead in plants, whereas all cells are living cells in the animals. So these are major difference between plant cell and animal cell. Cells are why called structural or functional unit of life, because cells work as smallest unit in the body, means from the cells there is made up of tissues, and tissues makes the organ system, and organ system makes the body. So cell is the smallest unit and cell cannot be further divided into. So cell is the structural and frontal, and each cell perform a specific function in our body. That is why cell is called structural and function unit of life. So we come to our cell membrane. What is cell membrane? Cell membrane is fluid cell-like structure that is present in animal cell and plant cells both. But in animal cell, it is the outermost covering, and in the plant cell, it is not the outermost covering. Cell wall is the outermost covering. It is just like a structure. Cell membrane can properly seen in electron microscope with the structure. It has sandwich like a structure, but whereas in compound microscope we cannot see it clearly. We can see only the cell membrane, its parts, not the definite parts of the in the compound microscope. Next we come up to the different cell organelles that are present in cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm is gel like structure which is present in the whole cell that are present in the plants, means it is present and the cell organelles float onto it. So means cytoplasm it present and the cell organelles are present in the, means cell organelles are floating on the cell. So cytoplasm is the main, then the cell organelles, lysosomes, mitochondria, Golgi body, and endoplasmic reticulum, plastids. These are some cell organelles. Ribosomes, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and rough endoplasmic reticulum. These are some types, and there's the cell division, and we study about nucleus. This is the topics that we have to study in today's video. Then we come up to, first of all, endoplasmic reticulum. What is the use of endoplasmic reticulum? In the endoplasmic reticulum we use to transform, it is the membrane bond, it is membrane bond structure that is present upon the nucleus, means apart from nucleus is just like circle, and after nucleus there is a network of the membrane bond vesicles that are endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulums are of two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. A smooth endoplasmic reticulum is called fat factory, and rough endoplasmic reticulum is called protein factory. So rough endoplasmic reticulum used for protein synthesis, whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum used for fat and lipid synthesis. Rough endoplasmic reticulum appear on the electron microscope because it appears rough because of presence of protein, means ribosomes onto it, and ribosomes are of two types as we study, 70s and 80s. 70s are present in prokaryotic cell, whereas 80s are present in eukaryotic cells. So ribosomes are used for protein factory. These are some type, just like vesicle gold, means circle vesicles. So it's more, as we study it, the main function of endoplasmic reticulum apart from fat factory, it dispatch the protein factor, means it transform, and after it from the nucleus taking materials it transport in the cytoplasm. That is the main transport in the, it works as transporting in the nucleus after killing. Then we come up to lysosomes. Lysosomes are also called suicidal bags, means it takes digestive enzymes, and in the adverse conditions in the cell it digests the cell, means it takes it suicides the cell. Then Golgi apparatus, means the Golgi body. It was discovered by Camillo Golgi. The main function of Golgi's body are that from taking protein molecules from endoplasmic reticulum, it takes protein molecules and pack and dispatch, storage and modifies the protein molecules to where it needs, means where protein molecules are needed we use protein factory, means protein molecules by of Golgi bodies that are, first is storage of materials, second is it transports and it stores the material and modifies it, third is it gains and it packs and dispatch in the membrane bond vesicles. By endoplasmic reticulum we transport, but by Golgi body we transfer the modified material onto the cell where it needs. And main part it is of the cell, energy currency of the cell, it is also called powerhouse of the cell, and it generates the energy in the forms of ATP. Mitochondria is double membranous organelle, means double membranous organelle which generates the energy. That is why it is called powerhouse of the cell. It generates ATP. ATP are energy unit in the cell, adenosine triphosphate, that is the full form of ATP. The main part of mitochondria is that where the cell needs the energy, mitochondria produces, not by the synthesizing, but it stores the energy also. And vacuoles. Vacuoles are present both in animal cell and plant cell. Mitochondria is present both in animal cell and plant cell. And the main part of the mitochondria is that it contains its own DNA. It contains its own ribosomes and RNA, means DNA, RNA and proteins factories also, means factory not, it contains its own for generating in the cell. And vacuoles are just like cell saps. These are these are bigger in plants, whereas small in cell. Whereas in the plant cells, it contains 50 to 90% of the cell volume, but where in animal cell, it contains only 10 to 25% of the cell volume, not more than that. So vacuoles stores the metal, it provides turgidity and rigidity to the cells also. It maintains the cell, it provides turgidity and rigidity to cells, the main part that you have to highlight. And vacuoles also contain the cell sap, means where the need of excretions and waste secretion it contains also. So that is the main part of vacuoles. Then we come to our the director of the cell or manager of the cell, that is nucleus. Nucleus contains, means nucleus contains nodes DNA. In nucleus there is present chromatin, means the genetic material is present in nucleus. Nucleus is has a famous role for cell division also. The chromatin has thread like structure, and chromatin becomes rod like structure, becomes DNA and RNA where there is a need of cell division. Nucleus also plays a crucial part of cell division, whereas in mitosis also, not in meiosis but in mitosis. It contains chromosomes, it contains chromatin, and the main part is of it that it controls, it directs all the cell parts of the cell. Then we come up to the nucleus. Nucleus has four parts: nuclear pore, nuclear membrane, chromatin and nucleolus. These four are main part, and the main function it directs the cell, responsible for cell division and many other processes that plays the nucleus. It controls entry and exit where the cell membrane gives, just like nuclear membrane also gives. So these are some parts of nucleus. Here we end our cell organelles part, and then we come to up to cell divisions. What are cell divisions and how many types of cell divisions that we discuss in this video also. Cell division is most of our two parts, mitosis and meiosis. Whereas in the mitosis, the cell divides into parts and parts, whereas the parent cell divides or mother cell divides into daughter cell. The number of chromosomes are equal in the cell, means in dividing the cell, the chromosome number are equal both in the mother cell and the daughter cell. And in the meiosis, when the meiosis reproduces, the number of chromosomes are half, means that's like we contain 46 chromosomes in our body, then it contains 23 chromosomes from another and 23 chromosomes from another. That is the main difference between meiosis and mitosis. So I hope you understand about today's video. Please subscribe and like our channel, like this video and comment please. If you are new, then please subscribe our channel, share this video for new and important topics, then please subscribe our channel. Class 9.